Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and Doug is in the house, and we are on air. And this is the only station that you can go to watch something like this in live and real time. You must ask yourself, who would show all the boo-boos and mistakes that we do? But that's what we're doing. I have got the back panel figured out. I want to thank everybody for coming back. We appreciate it. The back panel, Jolene said, why does it have to be shaped like that? We just simplified it, made the one piece that come out here, and I did not have that connected. So all I did is come out here and made measured a piece, laid on top an inch, got an inch down here at the bottom, and I just trimmed off the fold to bend it over. I just tacked it on here. This is where the bumper brackets come out. Just got it tacked on there for now. I'm not sure what's going on there, exact same there. But what that has done is that give me the rear end of the car, because it was not there before. It was rusted and busted and not good with anything. We've got it cleaned up. We can almost seam seal it and really make it look good. The front window post, Doug and Nathan got that popped on last time we were on yesterday. Got it popped on there. It looks good. It looks fantastic. We're not sure about the corner here yet. I'm not sure about that. It's all welded on in place. The window fits, so we're really looking good there. But what has to happen is for me to continue on with this back. When we put the roof panel on, this sagged down on the inside, and it was just hard to control. And I kept thinking to myself, how am I going to get this shape here in the center to hold the roof when we connect to the side? We basically know we got one side connected here. We end up taking some Bristol board. You can see it right here. We took the Bristol board, laid it against the roof, did the trick with the dirty finger trick. That's the shape we got. We transferred it to the side of the car. We've got it trimmed down almost there because we were trying it on, did not want to trim too much. So right now I'm probably going to end up trimming this down to the tape because it's good. Like, I think it's good because we were hitting there in the center. It wasn't letting that piece go down. I'm going to end up taking this line or taking that pattern. We're going to use it on this side. Let's put this on for now. Let's do that. Me and Doug are going to transfer this pattern and we're going to put it on the other side. And basically what we're going to do, or what we have done, we just count the holes and then we go to the other side and we'll do the exact same thing. I'll trace it off with a marker. And you're pretty good, Doug. You want to pull it up just a little bit tighter? Maybe you just want to grab some magnets over there. I'll hold this for now. So just grab some magnets. 3 or 4 magnets would be fine. You don't need, just 3 or 4, that'd be fine. All right. Perfect. That's good. I think that's good. Now, and you're just above that hole. We want to go above that hole, probably a tape mark.
How does that look?
That looks good. And I'm so happy that we grabbed I want to pull this up some, because I think we have a little bit more down here than. Okay, that looks good.
Got more magnets?
No, I'm going to draw it off now. Just going to trace it off. And I'll take a look at the other side before I throw some tape on this. And the reason being is I'm going to want to see if it looks somewhat the same, obviously. But we have to have both sides the same, and we may as well use the pattern that we have. And the other thing I was talking about, probably could come up just a little bit, but I can do that with the tape. We had a tape mark in between there. We probably should be up some. Right there somewhere. Did that thing give up on me, did it? Nope. Did not give up on me. So I'm saying that we're basically right around there somewhere. That's our pattern. And then I'll make a pattern off this line on the other side. We kind of just drew this one off here, off on this side. Somewhat. Alrighty, let's take this off. So I was talking about somewhat there. I was talking about the center. When I lay the roof over, I do not know how high or how low to go. But what I do know is I have this shape right here, and this shape that I just showed you, which we just marked on that side right here. it may as well be the shape in the center. We are, I'm just going to drop this for a second. We are down here when we're applying the roof on, the roof skin, we're down here. So when it comes up around, if we apply our round stock up here and keep the exact same shape that we got going here, it should work. That's what I'm thinking. That's, I don't know why I tried to complicate it. I had to stand back and take a look at it from it. How am I going to get that shape in the center? Well, that shape that we just threw on the ground there should be the exact same shape as this, but it's just up higher. So if we put a piece of round stock here and go down, it should be the same shape as this, should be fine. And do the exact same thing on that one, should be fine. So basically, we're going to use, I got some round stock over there for Doug to put in the roller. We're going to start rolling that, and Doug's good at that. Doug rolled a whole truck for us, if you don't recall.
Rolled a whole truck.
Rolled the whole truck. So we're going to try to get close to this shape as we can with the roller, and then we're going to use our MVP, the stump, and a hammer to make it the shape that we need it. So we want one here to hold our roof section. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to transfer that line there, or which we already did. I'm going to transfer it with tape and try to make it the same. And then I've got a couple other things I'm going to do. So I'm going to give, you can take that now or you can take that later. But basically what's going to happen is he's going to start with the roller and start rolling some of that pipe. I'm going to cut that line. Let's go for it.
Oh, yeah.
And also, yesterday, there was three of us at once. And when we're three in the shop, there's a lot of talking going on. It was actually fun for us all to be together to work. And basically you got to see exactly what's going on. Some complained that, there was talking when someone else was talking. But to be all honest with you, that's what it was like when it was here. What you've seen on the camera is exactly what it was. And I was happy that Doug and Nate had a great time doing what they were doing. I had a good time doing what I was doing. And at the end of the day, I was very happy because everybody was happy doing what they were doing. And if you can do something and go to work somewhere and help somebody do something, and you can be happy and carry on and do the job that you're doing, there's nothing more you could ask for, is there?
No time for negativity.
No time, exactly, no time for negativity. But basically, Jolene will try, or she's been looking through mics, and Jolene has already ordered mics, from what I understand, and she's going to try to do the best she can to try to please everybody, and that's not going to happen, because we already know that. But in all honesty, it was her first time doing that many people. I thought she did an awesome job, and basically, we're just trying to do the best we can with the amount of people we can. We're trying to maybe step it up a little bit. So instead of just watching what I'm doing, maybe you might be able to learn something off Doug, learn something off of Nate, and watch them create just as well as I am, and just brings a little bit more to what's going on. I want to fix this line right now. I'm going to take the zip cut. I'm going to fix this line. Then I'm going to go over there and try to make that over there the exact same as this. So I'm going to get a grinder rocking and rolling. Got all our stuff put away this morning. The garage is nice and warm. It's absolutely wonderful. Everything's going fantastic. Thanks for coming back. We really appreciate it. And also this, to cut something apart like this and to cut the back off a good running old car, sometimes is not, what can I say? It's not the best feeling at first, but it sure does make you work hard to get it back to where you were happy with it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work hard to get it back to where I'm happy with it. And in order to do that, I have to clean a few things up. Like this piece had to be fixed in the back. We have the window post in the front. I've never cut off, I shouldn't say never, because I don't know if we don't know if I want it that straight there or if we wanted it round there, not sure yet. We kept all the pieces, so we do know if we want to put it back on, we can. All our door gaps are good, all our lines are good. On the other side, exact same way. Exact same way. Just going to straighten this out a little bit. kind of just gives it a nicer line. There's a little bit left on there. We can sand it. I can cut it. I can do whatever I want. So I'm going to run the tape on the other side, and we're going to try to get an exact same thing going on the other side as we have on this side. Take the glasses off. Get some 3/4 inch tape. Doug is rolling. Rolling. We had some thinner stuff, but what did the thinner stuff do, Doug?
It went all wonky.
It went all wonky.
Didn't want to stay straight for us. And then Chad beat the hell out of it with a hammer, and then it wasn't any good anymore.
I'm gonna have to look at this. I've got a distance here. Not bad. Not bad at all.
La, 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 la.
We're somewhat close, I guess. I'm going to take a look at it before I cut it. Just checking the distance from here to there. I'm going to stay on top of the tape, just checking the distance from there to there. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's somewhat the same from here to there. I'm just going to take a few points with the tape measure and just check. On the bolt right here, I'm going to check and see what the height of that is. There's a bolt right there on the other side of the fender. We're at 3 1/4. Depends on which way you look at it, that I suppose. On the bolt right here, we're at 3. We should be up some there. You can see we're at 3. We should be at 3 1/4. Should be up a little bit higher there. Let's try the hole that we have left. We have this hole we have left. Have it back here. 6 1/4. So that's not bad. It's about right where the hole was. It's about 6. That's about right. We're close. We're close. Make sure. And we're staying on top of the tape. Second hole back. Second hole back. They can't tell if it's second hole back. Can't tell. Going by the third, this bolt here. I'm going to check this one. Ooh, that's better. 3 1/4. Yeah, probably. Well, I wonder why that read different for me. Let's go up here. 4 1/2. We're up a little high there. I think we was right where we was before, to be honest with you. Just going back to my original line, I guess. Which hole? This one here is there. Let's do it again. 3. 3.
Keys.
9.5, straight from the hole. That's good. Let's cut it off above the tape line. We're close. We're going to end up cutting some off when we put the roof skin on, but we're close.
Oh, Chattels.
Yes, my little buddy Douglas.
It's all wonky again.
Did it go wonky? Huh? Did it go wonky?
It's going this way. Look at it.
Okay.
It's me being gentle too.
Can I turn it? Can I turn this? Can you let it off a little bit and I'll just turn it? Kind of sucks that you're on this thing that looks straight now, buddy.
It's just off that way a little bit.
We'll straighten it out as you go.
Yeah.
Tighten her up and go for it. I kind of got him on a cart that's moving around that isn't the best, but what do you do? I'm gonna get the grinder there going. I'll put the gloves back on. I'm gonna cut this side off, and we need 2 pieces of round stock coming down so we can lay the roof panel on. And the roof panel does not fit really, really, really good. We're gonna make it fit. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it fit. I'm gonna steal Doug's grinder that he get geared up. Let's cut it. Don't like bending over this way, it's hurting my back. even though this is a, what can I say? Even though looks like it would be disregarded, we'll keep it because it has the green paint on it. In case we need to put a piece on the car, we can have that piece to put green paint on it. Now we are looking, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're an inch mark above the tape. Awesome, looking good. All right, where I have, when I put the roof skin on, or put the roof skin on the back, it comes down along here, and you see where I put a screw in it. I have this body line there that I do not like when it does that. I do not like when the roof skin goes on, the body line's way back here. This is my thought. When the door comes back, it has the body line here going on, and where I'm changing the back, it obviously ran back here with the chrome and just went around and stopped. Where we're changing the back and it's going over like this, this body line is not running all the way down around on the ass of the coupe. It's not running down on there because it's right there. We just cut it off in order to get those roof skins put on. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to use what I have to apply to this car and make it work. So what I'm thinking is, if I'm going to do that, I'd rather have this body line on the door and just come back a little ways. Then it can end. When I end it, say here somewhere or there somewhere, whatever, if I end it there and I take this away, the bum can be its own entity. When I put the roof skin on and comes way back here, this line is coming back so far that it looks like it should almost continue in the bum of the car. Well, I'm not going to be able to get that in there because I have not got that in the roof skin. All I've got is nice round metal with it rolled over, which I think it's going to fit on top of this. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to zip cut this line to about here somewhere, because I'm going to make it end because I wanted it in with the door. I want the car to look like it was, or this is the way it's supposed to be. So I'm going to end that little body line about here somewhere. So that's where it ends. And then the rear end of the car can be its own entity, is what I'm trying to think, or I'm trying to say. And I think if I leave the line all the way down there, it's not going to look that good, end it way down here to me. So I'm going to take the zip cut, I'm going to zip cut that, and then I'm going to weld that together. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to try it right now actually. Let's try it. We've got some new zip cuts here we're going to try. Got some 5-inchers, ones that are not going to maybe take off real quick, I hope. See what happens. If they do take off quick, well, that's okay. I'm going to check something out for a second. I have this line right here from the hole, just see if I got it somewhat right, from the hole to the end of the body line, we'll say 7 1/4. If it's the same on that side, it would really make me happy. And if it's not, it's okay. 7 1/4. That's awesome. So I'm just checking to see that same line. So we should stab about the exact same mirror image on this side as that side. That's good. That's good. Zip cut. I've got the welder on this side. I'll try this side, sweetheart. See where we get the welder on this side. Let's cut this one. I also want to pull the tape off. I don't want to look at the tape, I want to look at the green paint. We'll pull the green tape off this side, just so it looks better. How's it going, Doug? Making you work hard?
Buddy.
What?
It's going.
It's good.
I'm sweating.
Are you sweating?
I shouldn't be. Jolie's got her jacket off, so it must be getting hotter in here. Making me hot just looking at her wearing that jacket.
A little bit of...
I don't know, but this labor intense stuff, it's for the birds.
Yeah, so yeah, that line doesn't look that good. Let's try it. I'm thinking that I'm going to end the line of the door right around here somewhere. We'll say in the middle of this. I'm going to end that there. And then when I put the roof skin on, this will all be a part of the roof skin. We'll have a little tiny bit there. It looks like it'll end there. So it might look like it was supposed to be that way. I'm going to start here because I'm going to let this hold it for me. This, if I cut it here, then it's all going to be loose and flapping and going to go everywhere it wants to. If I start it up here, this will hold it in place for me. Get our hammer and dolly going. Trying to take that body line out of it. So when it comes time, take that body line out of it. We'll beat that together. If I do not cut it, where's the metal going to go if I do not cut it? Trying to take this line out. That's all we're trying to do is trying to make this piece of metal, this here, all flat with this piece. So we're just trying to get that so it's looking good. Here's my first piece of skin I lost in this one. They usually said it's blood, sweat, and tears. Well, I got the blood going already. You can see how that metal's come right back together again. Yes, you can. Had to take a little bit out of it because it was not going to go where it would need to be. Pair of pliers. Just want a pair of C-clamps so I can bring it together. See what happens. It's not really, what can I say? It's not really flat there yet. And what I mean by that, just take a look. You can see underneath that piece there, I want that. Actually, I don't want the gap in there. I want that flat. But let's do this. See if it will come flat. That's not bad. I'm gonna have to take a little bit of paint off that so I can weld it. In order to take a body line out of a car, you're going to have to be required to take metal away. So we are actually When you take metal away, I consider that shrinking. A lot of people think that when I cut the metal and I overlap it and I cut it and I butt weld it back together, that's not shrinking. Well, if it's smaller, it must have shrunk. Basically, if I can put it to you that way. In order to, we have a line in here and we have a line here. If I try to just dolly that out, there's going to be too much metal there. There really is. There's going to be too much metal there because it's got enough metal to go all the way around and straight up. So if I'm straightening it out, I have to shrink this whole line. I have to shrink that, make it smaller because it's coming together. We have more metal than we need because we have this thing here. We don't need that rollover and that. We want to flatten that out. So in other words, I am shrinking the metal. So in order to shrink a body line, in my opinion, you should cut it, dolly it, and then weld it back together. You can take it from me, or you can do it yourself and learn. Either way, it's okay. I keep whacking my finger on that piece of metal and it's not making me happy. Now, you can see where I ran the zip cut through that twice, and I ran the zip cut through that once. Look, it's overlapped, and it's just starting to come together now. Now I can butt weld that together. So we're going to end up tacking it together. We'll put our C-clamp on it. And we still can do more dollying after I weld together. So I'm going to weld that together. We got a nice little gap going on. This is going to finish our body line. This is going to be the end. It's going to come here and it's over. Not going to go way back there and make it look like it's something's missing. Not going to do that. Or I don't want to do that.
I'm close.
Are you getting close, Doug?
Nope.
I love his honesty. Nope.
I am not. No, but it's mostly fighting with this bend.
Yes, I'll take it outside and bend it. I've got a hole out there that I can
You're not allowed beating the hell out of this one with a hammer.
No?
No.
All right.
And that's what we did last one. Eventually we're going to run out of pipe. So
we've got 2 pieces and that's what I need. 2 pieces. Oh, we'll put that in there.
Just keeping it straight.
Alrighty.
It's being a challenge.
Baby.
Straighten it out doesn't mean it's going to stay that way.
Alright.
Oh well, all we can do is try.
Do that one. It's going to be a minute or 2, but see if I can get that going. Gotta cut it again. Trying to keep the paint. We're trying to keep the paint, so that's why I'm doing a little bit of grinding like that. We're trying to keep the paint. Trying to keep the paint, man. Let's hit it with the welder. Knock my ground off. Good. Take that off. You You can see I got a little bit of gap going on there, but the metal is going to get tight again, and I'm going to knock all that together, and I'm going to have to run the zip through it a couple times. So that means if I'm taking metal away from something, it means I'm shrinking it. There's no other way around it. It's like the lady said. I was driving away to heaven. She said, how do you get in that car? And I said, well, I shrink. She said, shrink? How do you shrink? And I go, I've just shrunk. Pretty simple, eh? I can shrink. And so can you. Now come take a look. I've got too much metal there, it's hitting. It's hard for me to get it to come in. I've got too much metal. You can see it kind of overlapping there a little bit. Run my zip cut through it again. Blood flying everywhere. This thing on it. Just trying to knock it together so I can continue on. Just putting the flat part against, holding the metal and trying to beat it flat. Just going a little bit at a time. And you must remember, if I put the top piece on, how would I get rid of that line? I have to do this first. Right? We're pretty close there. You can see how the metal is not, it's overlapped there a little bit. We're pretty close. So I'm going to give it a tack. It's pretty close. Good. Take that off. I'm just going to run my grub. Taking a metal away. And once I get it tacked like that, then I can really do some more dulling to make it where I think it's tight and right. Closing my eyes, keeping a distance, and pulling the trigger. That's all I'm doing. Nothing to it. See, it's overlapped again. So I am shrinking it by taking metal away. not it. I'll get this one tightened up so it does the same. I'm gonna do this. There. I'm gonna do a little dollying with that on. Hold it for me. Just so make sure it's flush, it's all. Looks pretty good, so we'll do it again. Trying to take the body line out, that's all we're doing. It's not, say, like all we're doing. Yeah, that's all we're doing, take the body line away. You see how we're overlapping again? See how it's overlapping again? Don't want that. Too much metal. I'll have to run a zip cut through it, but we'll get it straightened out here a bit. I'm using these C-clamps to try to bring the metal flush together. That's basically what I'm using them for. Nice, like I said, I started at this end because if I cut this end, it would have been flapping on me and that sort of stuff. With it held down there, I can cut it here. Everything's helping me hold. So that's basically where I'm at. I don't feel bad there. I'm going to go for it. Nice. We are taking a little bit of paint off. I probably could have put a piece of tape on the dolly. Probably still can. Let's cut a little bit further. Now, I'm not saying that this has to be done, but for me, that's what I want to do because, like I said, I want to separate the body line from the bum because we're not going to be able to make it go all the way down around. And I do not figure that length right there looks good. Got to run the zip cut through it again because we're hard up. You can see how we're hard up. Nice. Nice. Try to go a little bit further. Gonna leave it connected. When I rub my finger over it, I'm just trying to feel which metal's above which metal. And when I do that, it seems to be fine. I'm not even going to cut the back of it off. I'm going to leave it and see if I can get it to come to. Beautiful. You are, Jolene. Absolutely gorgeous. Closing my eyes. Alrighty. Now that I have that cut, what I'm going to do is, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to knock one in between a few of those, knock this side off because it bubbled through in a couple, I don't say bubbled through, but let's just knock on a couple more spots. And the reason I'm going to knock on a couple more spots is because I'm going to hit it with the dolly and the hammer again. I don't want it to come free. Closing my eyes. You can do the same. But if you're going to weld something up, I would probably put a helmet on. Awesome. One more here. I have that like that. I'm going to buff off the inside with a grinder, maybe with the flapper wheel, because some of the weld has come through. And now I'm really going to dolly it so it looks good. So we got our flapper wheel. I want to stand up here or there. Where do I want to stand on this bad boy? I've got something flat to hit. Just going to take my time. And I'm basically not even going to put the dolly in behind where I'm hitting. And this is the reason. I have spots of weld all on there. If I start hitting the dolly on exactly where I've welded, I'm probably going to put dents in it. So I'm just going to run the dolly ahead a little bit where I'm hitting, because I'm kind of knocking the metal out. Like I say, if I put it on there and I hit that from behind there, where that spot of weld is going to stay where it's at, because it's going to be the high spot. It's going to hit on my dolly, and then both sides of that, on either side of that, is going to pucker out. I don't want that. So I'm going to put the dolly here and hammer here. So I'm going to be on this side. I'm going to put my dolly here, and I'm going to be hammering right here. So I'm going to use my dolly just to hold it, but I want that metal to come out. That's why I flattened off this side. My dolly's here, I'm hammering here. That is feeling really, really, really good. Really good. I'm really happy with that. Really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Get in here where it's sharp. So, take a look at that. Cool. Oh, we're broke away there a couple places. Gonna have to fix it. It broke away in a couple places on me, which I can't say as I blame it. I've been hitting it with a hammer, so. Stop it. It's broke away. Dirty, dirty dog. Some of it broke away.
Not much fun, Joe. Only when I pull it straight, I run it through and it wants to go around the corner, and I just continue to fight. Comes together.
Wants to do its own thing, doesn't it, Doug?
What's that, buddy?
Say it wants to do its own thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it wants to go around corners. But we're using the same rollers that we used before. We couldn't help it any. Then. You see that just go wonky, Joe? Oh, wow. Don't help that I'm on wheels, right? It just goes like that. Well, I'm giving it one more turn. Yeah, so it's getting. Look.
Wow.
I know.
Is it crooked?
Yes. Crookeder than a ram's horn. That's it, yeah. Crookeder than a ram's horn. Oh well, I mean, this is a battle we've been fighting with this thing since we started. This is the hardest piece of pipe I've bent yet. It is. I'm almost ready to trade the job, so. Let's see if we're anywhere as close here. It's getting there. That's our closest spot right there, isn't it? Now you gotta shuffle the thing around on here to. Where's the closest? That one there is quite close, isn't it? All it takes is that little bit to make it over, and then we gotta bend it back again. I'll keep fighting with it. Yeah. Let's see what Chaddle says. So he might want to beat the hell of it on the floor like he does. Seems like he enjoys doing that. So I put it through another bend. It might, yeah, it might be too much, or it might really go around like a pig's tail then. Woo.
Like a pig's tail, not a ram's horn, but a pig's tail.
No, pig's tail. That's perfectly round.
That looks good, Douglas.
I know it's getting closer. Do you want me to go more? Try it again. See if we can shuffle it along here. We get.
Just do it in the center and see what that does. Got to go a little bit more, old brother.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more. We'll have to straighten probably the top out, but as long as we get that shape, we know we got the back. And then, yeah, just a little bit more. Yeah, cool.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Here we go. I need my exercise.
Just trying to tack some more on these.
I'm running out of roof here too. Yeah. Send this sucker crooked. Send this in here.
getting there. Just go slow. Just go slow, but trying to get it. It's good. Just going to keep nailing it together. One shot at a time. So where I'm butt welding that together, when I put my wire on, I'm nailing it right on top of one of the spot welds I had on there from before, and that way there I'm not burning through. Just little tabs, that is just as cool as a cucumber. We're gonna go back and we're gonna find a spot, hit it. Hey, Dad.
Hey, how's it going, man?
What happened?
That helmet that you're supposed to have on your head just fell on the floor.
I'm actually just closing my eyes for a second.
Didn't I see a new one in a box here? Like, what are you doing?
You did.
Wearing sunglasses.
Just trying to tack it, instead of putting helmet back on, just trying to get it spotted. And I'm going to keep on dollying it as I do it. And that way there. Just putting my legs against it right now. Put my body against it. That's quite a ripple, you know, to take out and try to make it look good. I mean, you can beat and pound it if you want to without cutting it, but I suggest that you cut it. We got 2 to take out.
That's it right there.
Everything's feeling good. Everything's feeling good. Where are we at, sweetheart? 106. Alrighty, Doug's making the. We'll grab one piece from Doug first.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the back and see what it looks like.
Yeah, this one's. I mean, you can't get any better than that.
Yummy!
Right?
Doug! That's what we want right there. We're just using that pattern. Doug's got that piece of round stock going just like that. And he's the man on the tube bender.
It's really hard to do the same thing twice on this bender. But we'll try.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
Yeah, we'll try.
So this is quite heavy stuff. And the reason I'm using this stuff, because I had it out there. But it's at least an 1/8 thick, this stuff. We had some thinner stuff over here on the floor here. Every time I bent it, it put a mark in it. Don't want to go there. So basically, we're going to have to straighten up the top. He's got the right curve. We're going to pick the curve out. But on the top of this, we kind of went, after so far, it kind of straightened off. So we're going to end up bending this on that over there, no doubt in my mind, with the hammer and getting it down here. But the curve is a hard thing to get unless you're doing it with that. And Doug, I think Doug has pretty well got it. So now when we lay our roof skin on, it'll go down in here. We can get it tacked on here, and then we can, once you get it tacked on, then we can butt weld it on or do whatever we want. Overlap, it doesn't need not matter. But we're gonna bring it over to the square stock, and then it can lay on top of this, and we know we have the exact same curve as this on this, but higher, because we use the exact same pattern. We're gonna have one here, and one over here. And then we can do both on the same. Then we can split the roof maybe in the middle and butt weld together. But this one is going to stay and make me happy. Doug's got one more to roll. I have got another body line that I have to take out. and I'm going to take it out the exact same way. I'm going to start halfway in the middle of this. I'm going to cut it and do the exact same thing. You can see how tight that is put together, and I run the zip cut through that a couple times, so we know we've at least taken 1/8 out of it or more. And that's, you know, if you don't consider that shrinking, what do you consider?
What is it then?
What is it then? Yeah. So this is starting to lean over really good, which makes me happy.
Excuse me.
This is going to have to be leaned over a little bit, just to put a dolly in here and dolly this over, lean it over a little bit. We're getting ready for the roof skins.
Oh, good.
All right, everybody, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. Some of the stuff, getting this car turned over where we're going with it, is going to take a little bit of time, like the stuff bending the round stock, getting this done. But once that stuff gets accomplished, with the rust and the repair in the back, just a few odds and ends like that, once that's accomplished, then things go together fairly quick. You come back tomorrow and you'll get to see us do some more, that's for sure. I'm happy with, when I first cut the car off, I was kind of like, did I do the right thing, you know? But that's what I do, and that's what I have fun doing. So I'm just going to continue on with that. But really, in all honesty, when you cut a car apart like this, you really want to be prepared to know that you're going to have to work to get it put back together. Because there's no, you're not going to cut the roof off a car and just slide it on the back of your car. That's not going to happen. You have to work for it, and that's what we're doing right at the present moment. We're coming up with ideas in order to make it work. Yeah, that's basically it. And do it your way. And that way there, you will be happy. You do it your way. And if you do it your way, you'll be happy. I'm not sure if the previous owner is happy or not, but we're trying to get him up here so we can take a look at it. And yeah. I'm hoping that in the end he can say, wow, you made quite a car of it. But right at the present moment, he's probably not going to say that. He's probably going to say, what the hell did you do that for? But we have to bake the cookies, and once the cookies are baked, then we get to try them and see if they're any good.
You want to know what my father said?
What?
All you guys did was ruin a perfectly good car. That's what he said. Yeah. All you guys did was ruin a perfectly good car.
Thanks, Dennis.
Yeah,
Dennis is an old buddy of mine. And Dennis, I'm going to fix this car just for you.
Right.
All right, everybody, thanks for coming back. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell Jolene how fantastic job she's doing. She's going to try to do something with the sound and all that stuff, try to separate some of it. Nathan will be back soon. Have a great day, everybody. Come back. We'll be here tomorrow.